Let's go. E-Telly. So happy to have this at 3 for the Power Ranger deck here. Cross out, designate, negate. Now, a card that no one knows of its existence, we thought this card was gone, freaking limited 1 Gamma, is now about to wipe us out. That is really unfortunate. If he Gamma negates and destroys this, we lose, I think. All right, good job, Power Rangers. That was a good try. We could summon another one that can't activate, and then what? I don't know. We're returning a card back into the deck. Yeah. Okay, well, so what we could do is E-Teleport, normal summon Max C, if you want to use Max C, and make some Fiendsmith plays. Do we Fiendsmith? We do Fiendsmith, we just didn't want to do it. Okay, we have Max C instead. You could also E-Tele summon an Ogre from the deck. Ogre on the field would be able to be used as a disruption. Primite. And now we're going to E-Tele into the layer. Blue layer is going to be searching for the black. This is not a disruption if you don't have a red, white, or green Power Ranger in the graveyard. Maxi. And now Lordy Load activates searching for the Primite Roar. Primite Barrel's going to send from the deck a White Dustin. Our monster does get banished in the end phase, unfortunately. We don't have any play here. This is not a play. This is a rip. Okay. We pass. This is not a disruption, even if they were to activate a monster effect and we special summon this. So we're not even activating it. We're chilling. We're coping. What is the cope? We could draw into Alpha, 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 E-Telly, Blue, Blue. We could Zayden, Zayden, Zayden. We could draw into White, White, White. We could draw, so I'm up to 12 cards we could draw. We could draw into, I don't know if we play Foolish Burial or 1 for 1. There's possibly 14 cards to get started. Let it rip. No, that's not it. That ain't it. That's definitely not it. Okay, Brian, please finish this duel. We gotta hop in game 2. This did not work out. Requiem, sure, why not? Let's ash that. I want to see Magnus get freaking summoned. I wish the TCG simulators looked better because I have a replay in Genesis format where they summoned Obelisk the Tormentor. And I remember, I think I saved the replay. He summoned Obelisk. He attacked over my Magnus. My unstoppable Magnus got stopped by the unstoppable Obelisk. But then I resummoned Magnus. Of course I won the duel if I saved the replay, but holy shite, it was great. Normal the Green Ranger, which will activate the special summon the Black Ranger into a Max C. We have Ash Blossom to negate. He can now Fool Loss us, sure. So what I would generally prefer you do, even though you're not gonna draw off the Fool Loss, you activate Fool Loss, see if they're gonna finger it or ash it, and then they will probably do it, right? They're gonna ash the Fool Loss, and you may be thinking, as the Ash player yourself, wow, he's dumb. He's not gonna draw off the Fool Loss, but I need to negate it anyway. But then the Fool Loss eats up their finger, and then you follow up with the Max C. Yeah, that's it. DK, tell me he's got something. I wish. He's got nothing. This does nothing. This does nothing. Okay, DK's misunderstanding. No. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Lancia? I don't know. Lancia's gonna be what helps us here? Why are we not going to Fiendsmith? I'm curious about that though, right? Like why? We got some Fiendsmith plays, kind of, right? Wave King Caesar is something. Huh? You know, he is, yeah, he's under FUA. Correction, thank you. Yeah. He is under FUA. I'm just getting frustrated, that's all. I want to see Power Rangers win. That's why. I'm extra antsy about it. Damn. Don't tell me this is the end. Now, what are all the one-card combos I could draw into? Now, previously I was saying there's like 14 one-card combos. That's if you have a card to send with white. If you don't have a card to send with white, white is a 2-card combo. So now we have blue, 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 E-Telly, 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 Alpha, 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 Zayden, Zayden, Zayden. Maybe 12 cards here we could draw into. A good solid 12. But then among those 12 one-card starters, the opponent has to do nothing. And we got Lancia. Let's go. Lancia, no banish for your Baldrake, mate. Let's see. Main deck and Lancia after Mouse gets gutted. Well, with Malice dropping in prevalence, people are now playing Orcust, and Orcust loves to banish. All right. We survived. No, we didn't. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No. No. Why? Okay. That's why Gianna didn't tell me about the Power Rangers being in the event. Begin. Oh, by the way, the combo, real quick, let me tell you the combo. I'm gonna walk you through this. You E-tally the blue search for a Zayden, you special summon Zayden, you then tribute it to summon not an alpha, you summon a white dump a white search for alpha, then you go into Fiendsmith, make a Wave King Caesar, now the Nibiru is negated, and then with the Wave King Caesar to stop Nibiru, you then normal summon alpha, you go into the Magnus, and you wham bam, thank you ma'am, you win from there. That is the play, let's freaking do it. We already skipped out on the draw phase play. I don't even know what this card does. It's doing something. It summoned a blue from the deck and did not commit to our normal summon. Wait, this card's great. I should play this. Banish a face-up level 4 or lower monster control. Special summon a monster from your deck. What? Let's go. Zayden is here. We have not committed to our normal summon, so we have the play. He went into alpha though, so he's committing to the Nibiru. That is unfortunate. Come on. Come on. White layer plus 2 bodies on the deck to the grave. We're going to activate to search our deck. We're going to activate to dump and then search for another alpha. We're going to use the red to reborn the black layer from engrave. Come on. White activate engrave, add from the grave or deck the alpha. As we have the sudden layer 19, which can summon for the deck. We now have the white Megazord on field, banishing from engrave to play the field spell from the deck. Special summon for the deck. A green. Green will activate to summon the black or alpha from the hand. Alpha will change its level to 4. Nibiru the entire field. I don't know if we're playing... We are playing Fiendsmith. We didn't Fiendsmith to stop the Nibiru. Okay, is this the end for Power Rangers? Black layer discarded to draw a card with the green layer. Come to us, Maxi. E, teleport from the deck. Now, let's pause real quick. What do we need to win this duel? We have the white Megazord engraved. We're going to summon the blue Megazord. We need a third monster on the field. If we can get a third body to turn it into something by discarding both cards from our hand, we could summon the ultimate Magnus. Come on. We have 2 out of 3. We're missing a third card, and we don't freaking do it. Okay. All right. Let's activate Saphira. Saphira is going to be searching for the Skull Guardian. Saphira what does this card do? Well, this card could pop a back row card. I guess that's okay against Voiceless. We could pop the barrier when it activates to search the deck, sure. They are under the effect of Maxi. That means at least something here. Draw into a Ghost Ogre. Ghost Ogre could be quite decent against the barrier. Now, they will be able to negate with the Skull Guardian. So we're hoping that they, I guess, negate the Ogre so that the blue Power Ranger Xyz will be able to pop the back row. I mean, we're super screwed here. What are we even talking about? There we go. Pop that. They can't negate. We're going to be taking out the Nibiru token mate. Blue layer's just going to be returning cards in the graveyard back into the deck. Beyond that, it does nothing. And let's hop into game number 2. Yes? All right. Let's see. This is 8 material freaking Megazord. Unaffected by everything. Non-target return a card in the field back in the deck, and the opponent cannot add cards to the deck in any way whatsoever through card effects. Ash negate the Zayden mate. Our core combo just has been stopped, of course. We have the alpha, but we already used up our normal summon. So we're going to use triple tactics talent to draw 2. We're coping. Huge cope. We have thrust, which could set a back row card. I don't know what we're going to even set here. We're going to turn the blue layer into the ability to pop a back row, thrust, then pass. Oh, you don't play Imperm? Like, what? Set evenly? No way, we just set evenly. What the heck? Oh my gosh. Well, I forgot to play the Power Ranger theme, but, you know, I'm thinking it didn't fit anyway. We have Barrier, which we can negate you trying to pop it. Not only negate with the Skull Guardian, we can negate with the Orange Light Mate. Negate and destroy. Maybe Ilags will forget about evenly match and then just negate it with Skull Guardian, right? Okay. Oh, I forgot about that. Negate. Add the low back. Battle. Evenly. Didn't even use it. On our own turn, we'll use it, maybe. Okay, so on our own turn, I'm not saying you should have used it. It would have just been funny. Would negate it. So we want to force out a negate from the Skull Guardian, and then battle phase, banish the field with evenly. This is the play. Now, what do we have here? The Zayden could special summon if we control a Power Ranger, but if we normal summon the Power Ranger, it gets popped by the trap. We then can't special summon the Zayden. We can't activate the Alpha, but there's a hope that maybe they do not know what our cards do. And if they don't know what our cards do, it would be to normal summon Alpha, then special summon Zayden, but then they still have 2 cards to stop us for our 2-card play, and then we use up our normal summon, but then we could evenly. Okay, let's go. First, we're gonna evenly. Negate the evenly mate. Well done. And now we have our 2-card play, but it gets stopped by 1 card if we pop the Alpha early. We're popping the Alpha early. He knows. No, he can't summon Zayden now. Well, that was fun. All right. 0 and 8. 0 and 8. We can't get 1 win, mate. Wow. Let's go. Prep into our hand the ritual spell plus a Nouvelles level 1 ritual monster. Let's now ritual summon into a ghost spell negating the ritual summon. You freaking what, mates? You can ritual summon, where does it say that you can summon from the graveyard? Add a recipe from your deck or graveyard, that's why. Okay. Maxi in response to the follow-up ritual spell. As we now tribute off the Nouvelles from in hand to summon the level 1, which will be able to excavate the top 5 cards. Add among those 5 cards, one of the Nouvelles cards, Ash Negates. That's fine, mates. And then we have the Angry Burger to search our deck. Search our deck for the Chef de Nouvelles, which could turn itself into a Requiem if we want. We are under the effect, unfortunately, of Maxime. What the heck is that one? Damn. Now, what do we have exactly? When a card or effect is activated that targets this card, you are going to be able to tribute this in an attack position monster the opponent controls. Well, why would that happen? This could be targeted by an attack, so maybe Ilags will not read this card. That would be ideal. And the pendulum here says if a monster is special summoned to your opponent's field, you could special summon this card. Okay. And then, if this card's on the field, what the heck are we doing? Once per turn, you could target an effect monster. By targeting it, we could then, if not chain link blocked here, we could activate to tribute a monster the opponent controls. Let's freaking go. No chain link block, mate. Well done. Tributing off the Crimson Tier to summon a Nouvelle here. Now on special summon, drawn to a hand trap. No. Okay. Into Requiem. Now, same thing. If targeted for an attack or a card effect, will tribute off an attack position monster. Engraver may target her not knowing. What is this thing doing? If your opponent special summons a monster, you could banish a recipe to then apply that card's activation that ritual summons a monster. We are ritual summoning right now. This little dude does a lot. What the? Ritual summon into the Nouvelles. This is because we got max seeds, so we're making all of our plays during the opponent's turn. If this card is special summoned, you can add a Nouvelle or recipe from your deck to your hand. And then also, what the heck? Target attack position monster the opponent controls, tribute it, and if you do special summon a level 6 from your hand or deck, this is a quick effect if summoned by the effect of a Nouvelle monster. Damn. Okay. If this card's special summon, you can negate the effects of all face-up cards your opponent currently controls. Then if this was summoned by a Nouvelle, you could tribute them in addition. Wow. Slayton got max seed. Seemingly ended on nothing, but what looked like nothing turned into tribute a monster, and tribute another monster. That was a triple disruption out of nowhere. Insane. We have the field spell adding back a recipe card from the deck or graveyard. We're going to activate to ritual summon into the level 4 version ritual. On summon, it's going to, what, banish cards in the graveyard or return them back in the deck? Returning all of the Fiendsmith back. 8,200 damage, mates. Wow, 1 and 8. The rogue deck's got to win. So, all right, let's hop into game 2 and game 3. Diviner on summons. Hey, it's a ritual deck versus a ritual deck. What the heck? Triash tributing off Diviner. Diviner is now going to summon a low from the deck. We're going to Fluid Loss them up. Ash is going to negate. We have an Omni Negate. We could pop a card in the field. We could negate an inherent special summon. We have about triple disruption, I'd say. Herald of Arclight being sent for our own Diviner. Let's activate our ritual spell, negate the ritual spell, and now we could thrust any normal spell we want from the deck to our hand. Let's freaking do it. Activate thrust. We have Nadir Servants. Nadir Servant's going to turn off access to our extra deck, but we don't care. We are a ritual deck. Send the Entis. Entis cannot target the Skull Guardian nor the Low. We're going to target the back row Radiance. He's going to activate the Radiance early, wiping away the Diviner. So what we have left is the ability to summon the Sarvis to then negate a special summon inherently. But what can we negate? This usually negates a Link summon, a Synchro summon, an Xyz summon. I already turned off my own extra deck, so you may be thinking, can it negate a ritual summon? No. How's it going to negate a ritual summon? I don't think this can negate anything. So their final negate is dead. And we're going to use the Aggregator onto the Barrier of the Voiceless. Now, the Maximus allowed them to use the effect of Desiree. When sent to the graveyard, we could send a card in the field to the grave, say goodbye to the Nibiru, and then Herald of Arclight should be full Wombo combo from here, I would assume. We already used up our normal summon. Tribute off the Maximus, cannot negate. Now, what's very important with this deck is we need to be able to target their monsters, but the barrier turns it off, but the barrier is now turned off because the Aggregator. So very important detail to turn this off so we can now target their card. Let's activate the field spell, searching for the Nouvelles recipe book. With the recipe book, we're going to be turning all the monsters into attack position, that is. Let's now return the Nouvelles ritual, randomly draw. We're going to tribute off the Skull Guardian to summon from the deck the Bale Grill. We are now going to activate the Bale Grill. This will negate the effects of all face-up cards your opponent currently controls. Then if this card was special summoned by the effect of a Nouvelle, you could tribute as many monsters as your opponent controls as possible. Say goodbye to their entire freaking field, triggering the Prayers of the Voiceless Voice to summon from the deck a Skull Guardian. The negate is still a hard once per turn mate, so it cannot negate again. Everything they're summoning is forced into attack position. What is going on? This has another effect. You can target an attack position monster your opponent controls, tribute it, and if you do, summon a Hungry Burger from your hand or deck. We play Hungry Burger to summon. The new Hungry Burger, I would think. Angry Burger is here. Now on the field, does this do anything? Quick effect, tribute an attack position monster on either field. If you do, special summon a Hungry Burger from your hand or deck. I don't think we actually play a Hungry Burger to summon with this effect, I would assume. Playing another barrier. 7,200 damage here. Lethal damage. Nouvelle. Dragon Maid went 0-4. Power Rangers went 0-4. Nouvelle went 2-0. Let's freaking go. Slayton, well done.